You know, you got these services that you can subscribe to, but all of this has been absolutely free, provided by our sponsors, and we thank them very kindly. All right, Kingwood is up as we kind of start wrapping this down. Any thoughts?
No, I just don't think the bands could be any better than what they are. They're just really well. They all look good on the field. They're really supported by their school districts, or they wouldn't have the equipment and uniforms that they have.
And we appreciate our folks that gave us a shout out here. Glad to hear from some of those that are listening down the way. And I hope you've enjoyed our presentation. Kingwood is within their time. They're in their 5 minutes. In fact, they've got under 4 now in their warm up. And somebody may be wondering, what in the world are they doing? They're getting the feel of that turf out there.
Right.
And I've always encouraged any band to make sure you know how
Sure.
that feels, because it's different from grass and it's different from if you're marching on a parking lot. So
Right.
many bands do practice on a parking
Right.
lot these days. So many of our high schools now have turf, and that certainly helps.
Yeah, you
It
bet.
really does, you
Yes.
know. I remember having to get them out there and cut the lines and pour diesel in there to make sure they stayed.
Right.
But that goes back a day or two, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
You never had to do that, did you?
Uh,
Coaches always do that for you, is that right?
No, they didn't. Well, we'd work together. I'd help them, and they'd help me. And we ended up one time, we got a riding mower that we could use to spray the lines with.
Oh,
That
listen
was
to you
neat.
now.
Yeah.
I mean, you were in high cotton when you
Yes,
did
we
that,
were.
weren't you?
Or high diesel.
One band left, Kingwood, and then we'll find out which band will take home the gold. We have a retreat. That full band retreat is at 10 o'clock, and then during that retreat, they bring everybody, all the bands out on the field, and then they'll announce the winners in both the AAA classification and the 5A, 6A classification. 2 minutes now.
The Kingwood Band is using their opener as a good old concert march by Clifton Williams called Killian. And we don't get to hear that much anymore.
No, we don't. I can hear them right now. Y'all know what to do. You practice and practice. Give it your best shot. But I tell you what, at this point, you almost say, go out there and have fun.
Yeah, well, that's really what they need to do now at this point.
Under a minute now.
The last band in Conference 6A is the Kingwood High School Marching Band. Kingwood's program includes Killian Fanfare by Williams, On the Mall March by Goldman, Crosley March by Fillmore, Peacemaker March, Trombone King, and Purple Pageant March by King. Drum majors Spencer Bear and Ethan Springer, you may begin your performance for the finals of the UIL State Marching Band Championship.
the Kingwood High School Marching Band.
Okay, your thoughts.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow, it's just great. Great performance, great drill design. They did great counter marches to change directions, but they did a lot of sharp to the rears to change direction. Good marching, great playing.
Man did a fantastic job. Did I see some wrap legs out there on
Yes,
some turns
yes,
too? I
yes,
thought it
you
did.
Yes,
Yep.
there's all kinds of maneuvers going out there. Really a great drill.
All right. Well, that concludes now the 5A, 6A competition. We've seen Atascocita, Lufkin, Crosby, Longview, and Kingwood. Coming up next is the full band retreat and then the announcements of the awards. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back.